for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score, Bears 10, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away.
Hey, stop all that whining.
And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage to the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He put his butt on you.
Here's Wilson to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
Hey, I'm going to tell you one more time. You need to sit down before I come in there.
Pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw is Wilson. Open man, it's Vanette. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Into the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Vanette there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. It's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo! 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. First down, a run with Cohen. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He'll get 3 up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, look, 180. 54. Mike, 54. All day.
A first down carry for Davis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike, 54. Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Kendrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got to block it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end.
Kick that, I batted it down.
Another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Pick 6. Here it come. I know him. Pick 6. Watch the tight end.
Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Instead of kicking the field goal to tie the game up,
this is the
you
NFL,
go for it.
And it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Turn up the juice. Let's see if I spread him out. Let me see what he do.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. This is Cohen on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Cool, come on. Pick it up.
And a nice special team shot here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, man.
1st down past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check 59, right? Mike is 59.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm
This nigga's gonna
seems
go
off.
for it.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Check 25.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
Now on second and 16. Trubisky, wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On second down now, it's Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Man, why didn't I catch square catching this stride? Touchdown.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
That's complete to the tight end, Broniker.
Big boy shook him.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis, 26 yards as the Bears push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again.
This.
He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer,
hasn't he? Go to the house.
What we've seen as a defense is well
Watch
coordinated.
this. About to pick it and go to the house. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Putting on the pressure, the backside
Watch
being
this.
long, so picking passes off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sideline.
He's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Come on, fellas.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Bravo. I got you, boy. Mike 50, Mike 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Bullshit.
Very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here.
That nigga out of bounds.
Want to give up big
Out
plays
of
like that.
bounds. Look at him.
Strong.
Boom,
So
foot
oftentimes
out.
in this situation,
What the hell they
you
gave him
tighten
that
up
shit?
underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again.
Damn, I knew it was going. I couldn't get there.
Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Damn, I knew where he was going. I
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. To throw again is Wilson. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Look at Travis. He going to kick an onside kick. Here it comes. I'm going to score again just for that shit.
So two scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Cohen. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Slam, slam, slam. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the
Stop whining like a little ass girl. God damn. JR, stop.
Stop with 37 seconds to play. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Trubisky to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Dad, I need you. Sam, can you help me get this down here?
Yeah.
Where's Mommy? Mommy's up there? No, get this out.
You gotta shoot it out. It don't work no more?
What's button is how to shoot it out? Which button to shoot it out?
I think the battery's dead.
How do you get it out of the water?
Yeah, just leave it alone. The battery's dead. Just leave it on there. Can't, though, you pull it out, it'll break it. I'll buy you some more battery for it.
Okay. That's my tablet now. Why? It's gonna take a while. Don't have my tablet. I don't have my tablet now because it's taking a while. Dada.
Go ahead. I didn't say that.
But I can have my tablet.
Chance bedtime. JR, you better go to bed too in a minute. You got it.
That's the orange one.
We y'all doing? Running down there?
Yes.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Man, this ain't all Madden.
This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, they get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
I'm laying mommy's room.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Coming to you, coming to you. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
I'm going to run you.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Wilson now, operating from the gun. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 3, check 3. Ran, 54. Mike 54.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, orbit. Hey, ball. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And now it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky. There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Hey, easy.
Mike 58, right there.
Here we go.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanell. 11 yards there, 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run it with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come on.
On second down, it's Carson.
I missed that motherfucker.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
How the fuck?
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hey, ball. Recon, 132 fighter.
On the run, it's Davis. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Yep.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky.
Damn, I should have got first down.
He's taken down. Cassius Marsh. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Hey, 0-0-0. One flip.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Check line 54. Line 54. Hey, 18. 54.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
54. Line 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, and Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian McDougal. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Wilson is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wilson throwing again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board and left.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw, and Davis with it left side. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Second half starts with a run by Davis. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky.
Damn.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Nigga only got one hand.
Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take? And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Wilson, dancing to his left. That one going to be complete to David Moore. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
14. Check right, check right. Good, good. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Off, off. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Silver, silver.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Gun. 50 left, no echo. 50 left. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is after him.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. While we got a second, we remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion.
Hey, exit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Davis. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the whip.
They'll toss to Davis. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He finds Robinson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
12.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
12.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Alert.
Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll run with Davis. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1 yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Now it's Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1 yard touchdown reception. And the Bears cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Wilson throwing on 4th down. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
14.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
I'll go special.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
I hit that motherfucker. That nigga dead.
We got it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. To throw again on second down. Trubisky, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered in the end zone. No time on the clock. So it's a late touchdown and certainly a bizarre ending to this game. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
The TV's not making noises.
I shot her.
premium visual voicemail, you can view, listen to, delete, and manage all of your voicemail messages right on your mobile phone. And also
And here is the snap. It is an end around a little Johnny. Room on the right side, cuts it up the field. Flag is down, and so is fucking Johnny. Johnny is down. We don't know what they're putting in the water over there in Albuquerque to that. He just got jacked the fuck up. And here is the snap. It is an end around a Little Johnny. Room on the right side. Cuts it up the field. Flag is down, and so is fucking Johnny. Johnny is down. We don't know what they're putting in the water over there in Albuquerque with that. He just got jacked the fuck up. And here is the snap. It is an end around to Little Johnny. Room on the right side. Cuts it up the field. Flag is down, and so is fucking Johnny. Johnny is down. We don't know what they're putting in the water over there.
This one got vodka and orange juice. This one is bad boy. But before we get started, just remember, never drink and drive, always drink responsibly.
On the beach. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen,